Hey people, yeah, I guess I need to shave. I am wrapping up, I guess, a week hanging out in Texas. Flew in and just riding around, checking everything out. I'm going to show you my home real quick for the last week, and we'll just say it's not me. Home sweet home, a little Kia Forte. Now this thing right here gets 40 miles to the gallon, so I mean you just drive everywhere and it just sips gas. It's really fun. Living in it for a week has taught me one thing: there's no way on God's green earth I could live in a car. That kind of van life isn't for me. There's a back seat open, just kind of show some things here. My original plan was to fold the back seats down and use this ramp up into here to sleep in, but I'll come into here and take a look at that so you can get that on the video. There's a big, like a 4-inch step up right there. I didn't drop that side. The other side drops, but it's the same thing. And I couldn't overcome that. So that didn't work. I ended up sleeping in the driver's seat. Passenger seat's too narrow. And we have company, so we'll pause this for a second. Okay, I moved down the way. There's some people there and didn't want them to think I'm crazy and vice versa. Anywho, so pardon that mess. So what I did is I folded this, pushed the seat all the way back, and then I took the leg compartment up here and actually stuffed that full of pillows, try to make it flat. I just couldn't sleep comfortably. It's long enough. I'm 5'10", it's long enough, but I just couldn't get flat comfortably enough. So sleeping a little bit here and there, having a good old time. But I got my first knock. I'm not even like full time doing, van life, whatever, and I've already got my first knock on by the police. So that was a little bit fun. As I was saying, I parked in a Lowe's. Not a Lowe's, I'm lying to you. I parked in a Walmart parking lot. Looked it up on campsite.net, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, free camping, whatever it is. You know the website. Everyone knows the website. I looked it up there, and it wasn't on the list. And they had signs that said, no overnight parking, we'll tell you, blah, blah, blah. But when I pulled in the parking lot, there was a Sprinter conversion in there. There was someone who was obviously living in a Ford E-van in the parking lot. And then there was a full-size RV parked there with Honda, like a Honda 2000. I mean, not a built-in thing. It was, they had their generator sitting in the parking lot doing their thing. And so it's like, well, obviously they're not enforcing parking because there's an RV here, basically camped out in the parking lot, generator out, all that good stuff. So I went and made my bed and I went to sleep. Roughly 4:30 in the morning, tap 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 on the glass, woke me up, really startled me. Cop tapping with the end of his flashlight on the window. I bounced up, about hit my head on the roof. And I look up, I talk to him, and he's like, you didn't do it. He was really cool. So you didn't do anything wrong. You can't park here. They enforce it. You have to leave. And I told him I was just trying to catch a couple hours sleep, heading on the road. Just too tired to really be safe to drive off to, any next stop. And he said, really nice. He said that there was a Lowe's right next door, and that if I needed to get a couple more hours sleep, I can move over there, and no one presses the issue on that lot. But I couldn't stay there. But really nice guy. And so he told me I had to go, and then he left. And then I looked around, and the RV, all those vehicles were gone. I was the only one there at 4:30 in the morning, something like that. So I don't know. Maybe there's a scheduled patrol route, and everyone knew it but me. But I mean, I can't imagine that I was the last person that he told to go away, and that everybody else had packed up and left before that. I really find that hard to believe. Who knows? But it was an interesting experience. And, I mean, really nice guy. Didn't give me any third degree, no hassles. So I moved along. I went to corner store, got a big cup, 24-hour corner store, got a big cup of coffee, and rode off to my next destination, which was like 30-40 miles down the road. And I found a spot down there and crashed for a few more hours and no issues. But there's this little car, if I is great for driving around 40 miles a gallon. If I do something like this again, where I fly somewhere and then try to do the little live-in vehicle thing, it will have to be a larger vehicle, because this is just, if you're like 4'8" or something, this is probably fantastic. But I couldn't live in a car. I think it's been 4 or 5 days, and I'm done. All right, talk to you in a bit. Have a good one. Bye.